Alright. Special 1. The Signal.
Previously on Alan Wake, something I only know as the Dark Presence held my wife captive and used her to write a horror story that came true.
I'll bring her back.
Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Alan?
I saved Alice, and wrote a better ending for the story. But not without a price. I was trapped somewhere in the dark place, a strange zone somewhere beyond our world.
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
After the completion of any difficult undertaking, there are mixed emotions. Accomplishment and relief. Sadness, depression. For a while, everything was about the work. Like an illness, it consumed you, changed you. You locked yourself away from the world to do it, and now you need to recover. Learn to live without it. Find a way to crack open the door and let the light back in. I knew this place. It was familiar, but wrong somehow.
Welcome to the...
Everything had a surreal, dreamlike quality.
I can't believe it.
I had a disturbing feeling of deja vu. I had no idea why I was here or where I had been before this moment. But something was waiting for me at the back of the diner.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Alright, well. Just gonna do these manuscript real quick.
The Dark Presence was no longer trying to capture the writer so he could create the ending it wanted. The writer knew too much. He was too strong. And he carried a weapon left behind by Thomas Zane, something that could hurt it. Now, the darkness was doing everything in its power to simply stop the writer from ever reaching Cauldron Lake and the dark place it came from. The bottom of Cauldron Lake was a graveyard of things the lake had claimed in one way or another over the decades. The Dark Presence brought them up in its wake, scattering the rotten waterlogged hull of an old boat here, the remains of a long-ago crashed airplane there. Trees shattered under the impacts. The earth groaned. It didn't even notice. Zane cut its heart out, but it didn't die. The thing that wore Barbara's face kept crooning sweet nothings sugar-laced with poison. He put on the suit, untied the monster from the chair. The thing in his arms thrashed weakly, but he held fast. He stepped outside, off the pier, and into the dark water, a sinking pinprick of light descending toward a bottom that never came. The dark place I found myself in was unlike anything I could ever have imagined. It wasn't solid. It flowed. It was conceptual and subjective. For someone else, an artist in another field, it would have been very different. I could sense the story of the manuscript all around me, the words and ideas floating in the air, poised to become real. After Zane had gone, I stood alone in the shifting dream that was the dark place. I had to find a way to the cabin. I'd written myself a way through this place in the manuscript. I followed the idea of a path. I'd written myself across the ocean that blocked my way, and with that, there was a bridge to the island beyond. The idea of the cabin flickered in the underwater darkness. I willed the cabin to be real, and it was. The Poet and the Muse, lyrics by Old Gods of Asgard, the first verse. There's an old tale wrought with mystery of Tom the Poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a life to the words the poet used. Now the muse, she was his happiness, and he rhymed about her grace, and told her stories of treasures deep beneath the blackened waves, till in the stillness of one dawn, still in its misty crown, the muse she went down to the lake, and in the waves she drowned. The Poet and the Muse, lyrics by Old Gods of Asgard, the second verse. The poet came down to the lake to call out to his dear. When there was no answer, he was overcome with fear. He searched in vain for his treasure lost, and too soon the night would fall. Only his own echo would wail back at his call. And when he swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create, nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake. The Poet and the Muse, lyrics by Old Gods of Asgard, the third verse. In the dead of night, she came to him with darkness in her eyes, wearing a morning gown, sweet words as her disguise. He took her in without a word, for he saw his grave mistake, and vowed them both to silence deep beneath the lake. Now, if it's real or just a dream, one mystery remains, for it is said on moonless nights they may still haunt this place. In the end, Barry wasn't going to shoot Sarah. They both knew that. Once she had no chance of catching up to Wake, Barry gave up the gun and sat down on the floor, shielding his face from the merciless glare of the well-lit room. "I don't think I'm ever going to see him again," he said in a weak voice. Sarah didn't have it in her to be mad at him. Besides, he was probably right. I'd first heard the poem in a dream, recited by a strange UFO-like light. I'd read it again in the cabin in a book by Thomas Zane. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been.
Huh. Well, that tells me absolutely nothing.
Are you staying long, Mr. I can't believe it. I'm having a conversation with... Are you on your own? Or is your wife with you? I can show you the town if you want. I get off work at 6.
Ah, very transparent. Disappearing hat.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
This is it. I'm dying and gone to hell.
Huh, that's shiny. I need to get to it.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
Alan, listen to me. Go no deeper.
What?
Focus. You're losing yourself. I will try to help the best I can, but it's up to you. Find a better point of contact.
What do you mean?
I cannot hear you. Please, you're the one making all this happen. Concentrate. This is what's happening.
Nightmares. Too deep. Can't take the pressure. It's too much. Suddenly, Wake found himself face to face with himself.
At the sight of myself, the dream suddenly became lucid. The dark place. That's where I was.
You will need weapons.
Ah, thank you.
It's not the light itself, but what it represents. You will need it.
Hey, gun.
This is not a gun. It is a tool in a logical process of elimination. Be careful. I will try to find a better point of contact.
I didn't understand Zane's message, and knowing where I was didn't fix anything. Something had gone wrong after I had finished departure. What the hell was that?
Day had become night. The diner had become deserted. Then the door was smashed off its hinges and Wake had to fight for his life.
Ah, that door. Dang. Yeah, we should drop it down to difficulty.
What the hell was that?
Day had become night. The diner had become deserted. Then the door was smashed off its hinges and Wake had to fight for his life.
Ah. Man, the first fight is the hardest.
What the hell was that?
Day had become night. The diner had become deserted. Then the door was smashed off its hinges and Wake had to fight for his life.
Ow. Very ow. I don't think the cars being drivable is going to help me very much in this particular scenario.
Become deserted. Then the door was smashed off its hinges and Wake had to fight for his life.
Ha ha! Through. Give me that. Okay. Well, didn't want to go that way, I see. Come on, kick.
Zane! Wait for me!
What?
The world had become twisted. These trees didn't belong here.
Of course. Nothing. Pardon me. Thank you. Alright, what's in here? Nothing? Yeah. Blocked off. Locked. Locked. That's clearly the way forward. Blocked.
I knew it was my writing, but the words were jumbled dreamlike fragments. Reloading frantically. The rounds slippery stones throw away from the tent. The bed looked inviting, but it was just the radio. I had to go on. She was startled by the phone. The system was working. I hadn't expected that. Hello?
I'm trying to reach you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Listen, I can help you, but you're drifting deeper. I can't reach you. You must come to me. I can't maintain the connection. Use the words. Follow the signal.
It made no sense for the GPS system to work. I doubted any satellite was in range here. These were alien skies, but it was guiding me towards something. Towards Zane?
Batteries, nice.
Something had shifted again. The dark place was playing tricks on me. It wouldn't stay still.
The town itself turned against Wake. Cars flew toward him. It cracked bone and crushed muscle. It oozed hate. It wanted to bury him.
Yeah, I'll go this way. More room to dodge. Oh. Nice try. Whoop! Ow. That was painful. Good thing you can't aim. And you have new wheels. Convenient. That's what you get. Nothing over here. Tools. Shotgun, revolver, shotgun, batteries, flare. Nice. Well, that could have gone better. Ow. Okay. I don't think I see anything shiny in here, so I can just run through.
Everything I saw was familiar, and yet it wasn't.
Hello.
I cannot keep up. You're going too deep. I will try to guide you. Follow the signal.
I'm trying.
You must face yourself. Follow me.
The GPS system was supposed to lead me to Zane, but the shifts were interfering with it. I had to keep trying. I wouldn't survive alone.
Nope.
The changes were becoming more violent. The street wasn't so much ripped apart as it was missing. Like some great hand had reached down and scooped it up. Everything felt erratic, unstable.
Flash. Fire. Flare. Another flare. Nothing that way. Tools. Batteries. Nope, do not roll away from me. Ah, flash bang. Sarah Breaker. Bright Falls Finest. The red-hot cop chick with the lightning-fast boomstick. Her debut book, The Only Girl in the Bookhouse, delves deep into the double life of having a successful law enforcement career while being involved in a secret society. How does Daddy's Little Trooper fit in an old-fashioned fraternity? Ah, there's a path over there. Probably wasn't the best idea to have jumped it. Ah, dang. Okay. Whoops, wrong one. Whew, okay. Have got regular gun ammunition to spare. Don't see anything sticking out over here.
Where are you? Look, I'm trying to follow your goddamn signal.
The dark place is playing tricks on you. You're still going deeper. I'm trying to guide you, but it's hard.
What is this?
I can help you if you just stop sinking.
What? This is bullshit.
It's happening again. Brace yourself.
I was running after Zane, and he was telling me I was going too deep. It was ridiculous, but I was more scared than amused. I felt like I was being hindered by an unseen force in ways I couldn't fight. All I could do was keep going.
Of course. Whew. That took too many flares. Ah, item up there. Memory. Recharge, flare gun. Unlike in the normal game, I'm actually using flares. And batteries. Mostly batteries.
I don't see Barry.
Look, wait, maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
I remember this. This happened before we found Barry.
The playground. Wake's pathetic memories of the Wonder Years and the contrary little boy pretending he didn't miss his father he never knew. Who surged up and beat Wake down. Merry-go-rounds and slides, eager to cave in his head.
Dang it.